Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Success Mastery TV and podcast. I am your host, Chadi Bazzi, and this is episode number 58. Today we are going to discuss the topic of why it is so important to develop the discipline of planning, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Sales Mastery TV. I am your host, Chadi Bazzi, a real estate coach and trainer, and I'm on a mission to help you master the art of selling so you can take more listings than you are right now, sell more homes much faster than you ever have, work less, and build a business by design. A business you absolutely love that gives you the money, time, and freedom that you deserve. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, welcome back to the Real Estate Success Mastery TV with your host, Chadi Bazzi. And today, I want to begin with a very popular quote that most of you have heard, and that is, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Look, you've heard that before like a ton of times. And you know what? I'm wondering, what kind of effect did that quote really have on you? Okay, what kind of effect did that quote really have on you? Did it make you a better planner? You know, some would answer yes. However, most of you out there, this is just another quote that, you like, but you really don't take action on. Yeah, you see, when I first heard this quote, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail, I was moved by it. For me personally, it put fear in me because I had no plan for anything. I mean, come on, just like you, I always had a plan, or at least I thought I had a plan. In actuality, what I had was just an idea of what I wanted to do, but did I have a plan to achieve it? No, I did not. I knew what I wanted, but I did not have a plan to get it. And in that moment that I discovered that quote, when I discovered that quote, I got scared. Personally, I got scared because in that moment, I discovered exactly why I always get so close to having what I want, but never get it. Okay, it was because I never really had a plan. And now I knew that the big reason why I never reached any goals back in the good old days or good days and always failed is simply because I was failing to plan. This is when I started to create plans, very specific plans for what I want to accomplish. This is why I am always pushing all of my personal one-on-one coaching clients to put the right plans in place to follow. So look, I want you, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, I want you to develop the discipline of daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly planning. Okay. I always begin by putting a 1-year plan in place. That's how I begin. Then what I do is I break that 1-year plan down into four quarters, because there's 4 quarters in a year. Then I break down each quarter into monthly plans. Then I break down each month into weekly plans. And each week I break down my weekly plan into a daily plan. Now I know this, sounds like it's a lot of work, but trust me, it is not. And even if it was, if your goals are important enough to you, then you would do this. And if you buy into that, that quote that if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail, then that alone should scare you enough to begin to do this. Look, I can for sure say that almost everyone watching this video and or listening to this podcast does, for the least part, create a 1-year business plan each year, but never ever follows through on that plan simply because they do not visit that plan after they create it. This is why it is so important to break down your 1-year plan into 4 quarters, then monthly, then weekly, then daily. This way, you always know whether you are on track or off track to reach your goals. And in that moment, you can, make whatever adjustments you need to make to still reach the goal. Now, in regards to the 1-year planning and depending on when you are watching this video or listening to this audio podcast, I am going to be doing a 1-year business planning workshop, webinar. And I would highly recommend that you join me for that webinar. So make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter by going to chadibazzi.com/about. or you can just go to shadibazzi.com and in the navigation bar, click on the About section and then scroll down to the bottom of that page and subscribe to my newsletter. And we will email you the webinar registration information as soon as it becomes available. So look, whether you join me on that business planning webinar or not, make sure to create a 1-year plan. After that, I want you to take that 1-year plan and break it down into 4 quarters. There are 2 ways to do that. 1, if you have been in the business for at least a few years and have been really, and I mean really, keeping track of your business, then you will know what each quarter looks like for you specifically in your marketplace, and you can now break down each quarter more accurately based on the statistics that you currently have. And if you have not been keeping track of your business, then number 1, I want you to start tracking your business, and I will do another episode just on this topic real soon. So you are now left with no other way to break down your quarters than to take your 1-year goal and divide that by 4, and there you go. You now have what it takes to, have an idea of what each quarter plan should look like. Now, after you do that, and at the end of each quarter, I want you to develop the habit, develop the discipline to sit down and break down each quarter into monthly goals. Each month, you should plan, for the following. Number 1, how many days are you going to work? Look, don't leave that up to chance. Know in advance what days you plan to work during that month. Also, set some goals, plan for the following. How many hours are you going to prospect each day? Are you going to do, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, whatever the number is for you, plan it, know that number in advance. Another number that you want to start, planning for is how many contacts, how many new people do you plan to speak to each and every single day during that month? What about this one? How many listing appointments you want to set and go on? Okay. And how many listings do you want, to take for that month? And last but not least, how many buyers do you want to sell? Okay. So look, how many days you are going to work, how many hours you are going to prospect each and every single day, each and every single working day, how many contacts, new people you plan to speak to each day, how many listing appointments you want to set and go on, how many new listings you want to take, how many buyers you want to sell, etc. Look, you should also set some personal goals, specifically in the areas of physical, mental, family, and relationships. So that way you not only grow your business, but you also grow with the business. Because if the business outgrows you, you will suffer in the end. And of course, we want you to have balance, and I want you to enjoy the successes that you are creating for yourself. All right, now that you know how to break down your quarterly plans into monthly plans, I want you to create the habit and develop the discipline to create weekly plans. Here's what I personally do every single Sunday evening, and I want you to begin to do the same. Every Sunday, I lock myself in my home office and I answer the following questions to set up a killer schedule, for the following week, and you should begin doing the same like right now. I answer this question first. Number 1, what are my goals for this week for the following categories? Okay. And I do it in this order, literally. Okay. Number 1 is like, what are my personal goals? What are like my Chadi, Bazzi goals, me goals? Okay. So that's number 1. I set goals for me personally. Number 2, I set some family goals, for me and my, immediate family, family members, etc., my relationships. And number 3, what are my goals for this week for my business? Okay, so that's what I do. I set the goals for each and every single one of those categories, and then I answer the next question. And the next question is, what must, keyword is must, not should, what must I do each day to reach those goals? Look, whatever my goal is, let's say, for example, my goal personally is to lose 2 pounds that week. Okay, so the question is, what must I do each day to reach those goals? Well, number 1, I have to eat a certain amount of calories every single day. I have to move my body a certain amount of times, etc. So that's what I do. I write down the activities that will lead me to, reaching that goal. So that's what I would do if I were you, is I would ask that question, what must I do each day to reach, my personal goals? What must I do each day to reach my family goals? What must I do each day to reach my business goals? So then, you come up with a bunch of activities that you got to do. So number 3, what you do is you schedule everything from the answers to the questions in the following order in the schedule. In following order, follow me on this one. So number 1, you're starting off with like a blank schedule. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to put all the activities that you need to do to reach your personal goals first. So first, you put you in your schedule. Second, you put all the activities that you need to do to reach your family goals. And then C, all the activities that you need to do to reach your business goals. That's it. That is the order. Most people flip that upside down and they start with business goals, or business activities. And then if they have time for the family, they'll spend time with their family. And if they have time for themselves, then they take care of themselves. I flip it the other way around. And that is how I want you to do it. Look, here's my thought process. I am the most important person in my life. I am Chadi Bazzi. I am Chadi Bazzi, the most important person in my life. I do everything I can to make me better every single day so I can take care of my family. And by taking care of me and taking care of my family, I am so much more focused during business hours, and I get so much more done because I feel good and I know that my family is taken care of so I can focus on my work. That is it. That is it. Develop the habit right now. And last but not least, I want you to develop the habit, develop the discipline to plan daily. And here is what I want you to do each and every single day. At the end of your day, simply answer just this one question. And the question is, what are the 3 to 5 most important things that I must do tomorrow to get closer to my goals and dreams? Simple question. What are the 3 to 5 most important things that I must do tomorrow to get closer to my goals and my dreams? That is it. Answer that question. Wake up the next day feeling good, take action, and get closer to your goals and your dreams. Look, the bottom line is that if you want to really reach all your goals, then you should not leave them to chance. You should make a plan, work the plan, and reach your goals. Again, once a quarter, I do a business planning webinar and would love to have you on one of those webinars. So make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter. And if you're not, make sure to visit me at chadibazzi.com/about and scroll down to the bottom and sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Okay. I also have one more training gift for you today. One more training gift for you today. Okay. So look, because this Real Estate Success Mastery TV episode is being released in the month of October, and because this is the holiday time of the year, I know that for most of you out there that are still pursuing business, you are going to be hearing the I want to wait to sell my home after the holidays, or I want to wait to sell my home in the new year. And I want to show you how to best handle those objections and list more homes now. So I just wrote a 9-page ebook that shows you how to list more homes during the holidays by mastering all the holiday objections. And you can get your free copy of it at chadibazzi.com/holiday objections ebook. So that's chadibazzi.com/holiday objections ebook. And remember that if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. See you in the next episode. Take care.